Hey everyone, today we are going to be checking out the Ibanez CS-9 stereo chorus. This one is from 1982 and is in really good shape, all things considered. I've got my guitar running mono in, it's just got the mono input jack and then stereo output. I am just summing that stereo output to mono via the top output jack straight into the high Z input on my Universal Audio Apollo Twin. I am playing a Fender Thinline 72 reissue with MojoTone pickups in it, and I'm using Helix native with an IR that is just pretty simple and straight up for the cab. And then as far as amp goes, I'm using the US Deluxe vibrato amp with some pretty much flat settings. I try to keep things as neutral as possible, and then I've got just a little bit of spring verb on the end of that there. So this is my clean tone. And I'll go ahead and engage the pedal with the knobs all the way down. So when you first engage the pedal, it's pretty transparent across the board, so you'll be able to really hear the chorus kick in when I start turning the knobs up, but there's a little bit of color to it when you turn it on with the knobs down. I'll just go ahead and bring these up to 25%. And bring them up to 50%. Cool, so that is the full range of both of these knobs. I'll start getting into some settings that are a little more like what you would use in a real life setting. But it definitely goes from like a really clean, lush chorus that just kind of widens your signal a little bit all the way up to that really warbly, fun, super indie vibe. So typically when I'm using a chorus pedal, I will usually set the speed and the depth or width as they call it on this one. Just like that. So the speed's at about 25%, the width is at about 50%. And I will use that a lot for just rhythm settings when I'm playing with any of the bands that I play with. Cool. So that's kind of what I would just use for a general rhythm setting. For lead stuff, I would probably take it a little bit higher. I still like to keep the speed on the lower side of things just because I don't like that super fast warbly thing going on too much, but that is totally personal preference. So for lead stuff, this is kind of how I'd usually have it set. And then one really fun thing to do as well is take the width all the way up and keep the speed really, really low. So yeah, when doing that thing with the speed all the way down, the width all the way up, it kind of just adds this like double tracked vibe, which I've really enjoyed using. So overall, this is a really straightforward pedal. You just got two knobs and the on-off switch, but I've really enjoyed messing around with it. A lot of people compare this pedal to the Boss CE2 as well, which I think they have a lot of similarities, but personally, I think the CE2 is just a little bit more subtle, and this just gets a little bit more funky as you crank the knobs all the way up. So personal preference, I would go with the CE2 for a lot of rhythm stuff, and I would probably aim for this for a lot of lead stuff. There's just a lot of versatility between the two, and I have owned both of them. So I'm speaking from experience there. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe if you liked what you heard, and hopefully I'll have more demos coming at you soon.